This segment is brought to you by the law offices of Domingo Garcia, the lawyer that works for justice.
We're back here on Cowboys Weekend, presented by Forest Park Medical Center. Chase Williams, Lindsay Cash with us. Cowboys lose 33-10 to the Eagles. They drop down to second place in the NFC East. It's Bryan Broaddus' turn now to be on the hot seat here with us at AT&T Stadium. Bryan, you said it before the game. The Cowboys would lose if Mark Sanchez outplayed Tony Romo, and that was exactly the case in this one.
Yeah, absolutely, Chase. And, Lindsay, I feel like, though, with Sanchez, he's finally got weapons around him, and I think that's really the most important thing. When you look at his days with the Jets, 54% passer, here he's a 62% guy. He doesn't have to do as much. He's got so many guys around him to make plays, and I think that's what's the difference tonight. They built the lead, defense played well, but Mark Sanchez made a lot of plays.
And how about him commanding the offense? I mean, up-tempo the entire game. Do you think he did a better job of Tony Romo even?
Yeah, I think so. And the Eagles were able to run the football, and I think that was really important too. And with the way this up-tempo offense is, you have to make quick decisions, and he's been known to make mistakes in the past. But tonight he played very well, managing the game, and that's what they have to do, and he'll continue to do that.
Well, Mark Sanchez is known for what he didn't do in New York, but it seems like Chip Kelly put him in favorable situations, not asking him to do too much, a little dink and dunk type of offense. But when he was under pressure, he did make those mistakes. But the Cowboys' problem was not getting the pressure there to ruffle his feathers.
Yeah, the pressure has been really all year long. It's been a little bit of a problem. They've got the sack numbers have kind of come up a little bit. They had an opportunity to get a fumble, didn't capitalize on that. They hit Crawford hits him in the pocket, and the ball comes loose, so they don't get that turnover. But yeah, I feel like though that if you allow a quarterback to feel comfortable, like Sanchez was tonight, he's going to make throws, and that's what they were able to do.
Well, when you compare the two quarterbacks from tonight, we saw Tony Romo was sacked quite a few times, so can you really place the blame on him, or was it, a collective offensive line shortcoming there?
I really thought, Lindsay, that the Cowboy offensive line would hold this Eagle group in check tonight, and it's not blitzes they haven't seen. So, yeah, once they became one-dimensional and then had to throw the football every snap, then that allowed the Eagles to tee off on him. And I felt like, though, that the line just didn't do a good enough job. And outside, the receivers didn't win enough routes, and Tony didn't complete enough balls.
A lot of passes thrown towards Des Bryant, rightfully so. But one thing that stood out to me was the interception that was thrown towards Terrence Williams' way. Was that a miscommunication there, or is that lack of effort? I don't know how you...
Terrence has run some shakier routes, and that's something that's been a problem with him, and he didn't finish the route well enough. Tony expected him to be somewhere where he wasn't, and that's the quarterback communication things, and Terrence is a veteran player now. That should not be a problem.
Yeah, and you look at the complementary pieces in that wide receiver core. Beasley has that fumble, and then Terrence Williams. That can't be an issue, especially if Des Bryant's locked down, kind of how he was in this one.
Yeah, when this team is really humming on offense, and those receivers and tight ends are all making plays, you can see it. You can see it flow tonight. The rhythm was off, the blocking was poor, the quarterback was off. Total team breakdown on the offense.
All right, Bryan Broaddus, thank you for the time. We appreciate it. All right, coming up next, we will look towards the challenges that lie ahead, and that is the Chicago Bears. That's up next here on Cowboys Weekend, presented by Forest Park Medical Center.
This segment was brought to you by the law offices of Domingo Garcia, the lawyer that works for justice.